Cyber Monday, Boxing Day, Click Frenzy. These are some of my favourite times of the year. And on that note, I am very happy to be here talking with Mark Fletcher, the Insights Manager at Power Retail, about our latest Spotlight Series report on sales events. Mark, I assume that we have again interviewed thousands of online shoppers for this study?
Hi Ali, it's good to be back, and we did actually interview 9,400 shoppers and nearly 100 online retailers for this study.
Well, it's definitely reassuring, as always, to know that we have confidence in our findings. From reading the report, it's clear that Australian online shoppers have a lot of sales events to choose from.
Indeed, Ali, we covered the top 24 national sales events in this study, but there are also lots of other sales events that are done by major retailers like Myer, so there's certainly a heap. What's interesting is that despite there being so many, when you break them up into groups of online only, multi-channel and gift-based sales events, there's some real differences.
So I understand that online-only sales events would include like Cyber Monday and Click Frenzy, and multi-channel would be EFS, so end of financial year. But what's the difference with gift-based sales events?
Well, the gift-based sales events are things like Christmas, which is the biggest, but also includes things like Mother's Day. The key difference is really that all of the other sales events, online shoppers are focused on bargains, and so many of their purchases are spontaneous or they're discretionary, in the sense of, I'll buy that because it's such a great price. In gift sales events, though, there's many more compromises because people are trying to balance off, oh, I want to buy this person this thing against the price that they can get for it. Often, where they compromise is not getting quite as good a discount.
That actually makes a lot of sense because just thinking about it, that's exactly what I'm like. And every sales event seems to get massive advertising. But how popular are they really?
Well, 82% of online shoppers have participated in one sales event or more in the last year, and they're just growing. So things like even relatively new sales events, Black Friday and Cyber Monday, are up 29% from 2017 to 2018. Sales events are not for everyone though, so you've got 91% of people under 25 get in there and have a go, but that declines to 59% of shoppers over 65. But it's important to remember though, that's still an awful lot of grandparents and retired people.
Absolutely. So are there any other major differences between young and older online shoppers?
Yeah, not surprisingly, those young people are keen, so they'll be much higher, much more likely to be in the first and last hours of the sales events, and they're also much likely to be there in that after work period from 6 p.m. till 9 p.m. Shoppers over 65 also have some peaks and troughs, but they're more moderate, and older people actually are much more likely to be online in the before work period from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
It's very interesting. And from the retailer perspective, we all know that online retailers struggle with balancing reduced margins with sales volumes during sales events, but I guess it's much simpler for online shoppers.
It's much simpler. Basically, online shoppers are very clear that the whole purpose of a sales event is to save money, specifically by not having to pay recommended retail price. In fact, the phrase most used by shoppers is that they want really big discounts.
Don't we all?
Don't we all indeed? And we know from our previous report on discounting that it basically takes 50% off for shoppers to even think of it as a decent discount. Let's not forget, however, that our increasingly demanding shoppers also don't want to have to wade through lots of stuff that's not interesting. So their second most common requirement is for relevant deals. Online shoppers, retailers better make sure that they're not trying to get rid of slow-moving stock, because these shoppers, they're demanding discounts on both top-selling items and across a wide range of product lines. In short, they want it all.
Do online retailers respond appropriately to this?
Yes and no. 42% of online retailers do discount significantly leading up to sales events, with another 32% giving minor discounts. What's funny though is significantly more online retailers actually invest higher in their advertising and marketing activity leading up to sales events. In simple terms, it seems that some of these retailers think it's more important to advertise their sales events than to actually offer significant discounts for those online shoppers.
That's very interesting. And you know what? I could talk about this forever. But I know that from reading the report that there are heaps of other important findings from online retailers, both in terms of what online shoppers want and do, but also how their competitors approach sales events.
I expect it's going to be actually one of our most controversial reports because online retailers really do struggle in that balance of margins and sales volume. And I think sometimes they don't really get it right from the shopper's perspective. So I expect some feedback on this one.
Well, that's what we love, don't we?
We do love feedback, Ellie.
And as usual, Mark, you always get to the point. And I know that we'll speak again soon to learn about small technology in the devices shopper. And I can think of many online retailers who are desperate for those insights. So until next time, thank you for listening.